Hey guys, it's ComColorStudios here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going through the explanation of the 2025 offerings of season passes at Six Flags parks, and specifically we're going to be looking at a couple of different Six Flags parks because this is probably one of the more complex years of passes because there are so many parks that are now under the Six Flags umbrella, and buying one of these passes can give you access to up to 42 different parks. So there's a lot of questions. Some questions I don't have the answers to yet, so just keep that in mind. And some of you, depending on what you're planning to use your pass for, may need to directly contact the park because there's so many different variables present in this situation with the passes that I truly do not know all of the answers. Even for myself, I still have questions about what I'm going to do for my passes, so just keep that in mind as we go into it. But we're going to go through the two different pass types, and we're also going to compare prices across multiple Six Flags parks. We're going to look at Six Flags Great Adventure, Dorney Park, Six Flags New England, and Cedar Point to kind of give you guys an idea of how the prices vary per park. So right here to start, we have Six Flags Great Adventure. So the 2025 Gold Pass and 2025 Prestige Pass are going to be your two options. There are also membership versions that cost the exact same amount of money, have the same benefits, so I'm not really going to focus too much on the benefits. I'm mainly going to focus on the season passes themselves. So we're going to go to compare the benefits here. So the 2025 Gold Pass will run you $75 at Great Adventure, and this is a sale price. You can see what the non-sale price is right there, and the sales do differ depending on the park. At the Legacy Six Flags parks, they end on Labor Day, and at the Legacy Cedar Fair parks, they kind of end at a bunch of different times, so just keep that in mind. You're going to want to buy fairly soon. So 2025 Gold Pass, $75. You get unlimited access to the full complex of Great Adventure, which includes Great Adventure the Dry Park, Hurricane Harbor, New Jersey, as well as the Wild Safari. It is valid through 2024 and 2025. You get a 10% food and merch discount. You get free general parking, monthly pass holder rewards, bring a friend discount tickets, as well as a renewal bonus that's available. That doesn't really matter right now. Then we have the 2025 Prestige Pass, which will run you $129. And again, this is Great Adventure's pricing. The non-sale price is $149. This gives you access again to the entire Great Adventure complex. It's valid through 24 and 25. And here's a big one: access to Fright Fest Extreme nighttime park entry and mazes. So this is something you really need to keep in mind. If you do plan on attending Fright Fest Extreme at Great Adventure, you are going to need to get the Prestige Pass. The Gold Pass will not give you access to Fright Fest. It is technically a separate ticketed event, and only the Prestige Pass will give you access to that. So just keep that in mind. Get a 15% food and merch discount, free general parking, monthly pass holder rewards, bring a friend discount tickets, renewal bonus available, which again doesn't matter. You get one skip the line pass per visit, and a VIP entrance, which will probably be the same thing that Diamond members and pass holders have for 2024. Now, all of this is great. We're going to look also at the season pass add-ons, and there's just two listed. You have the all-season flash pass, which runs $175. And you have the all-season 2-meal dining pass starting at $99, which will go up once the sale is over. And the Flash Pass actually has a massive discount right now. Normally it's $350, exactly 50% off, which is quite the deal if you ask me. If you really need it, that's something that's up to you, but just keep in mind it doesn't look like this goes national. This is where we get into the fact that I don't have the answers to all of the questions. There's so many different variables with which benefits apply to which parks. I really don't know. That's why we have a couple of different parks up so we can look at those. But you can see here another breakdown of all the different benefits, and then we get into the all-park passport. So the all-park passport is where things get a little complicated. So the pricing varies depending on which park you're buying it from. If you're buying from a Legacy Cedar Fair park, like say Dorney Park, it's going to be a flat $99 fee, which is going to give you access to all of the Six Flags and Cedar Fair Legacy parks, which of course makes up the entire new Six Flags chain. And that is why some of the prices of passes will differ. If we go to Cedar Point, which has the same pass offerings as Great Adventure, you'll see a massive price jump for the Prestige Pass. It runs $340, whereas at Great Adventure, it just runs $129. Now, the reason for that is when we go in to buy the Prestige Pass, you will see exactly why. So I'm going to set it up on both of these so you can see what I'm about to talk about. So you're going to go regular new. I'm going to skip past all this real quick. Okay, so Six Flags 2025 Prestige Pass from Great Adventure, $129 base, right? Now, if you want the All-Park Passport add-on, it is a $350 upcharge. Now, when we go to Cedar Point, I already went through the whole thing to put my name in. It's just $99. And again, you saw the base price there. So when we go all the way through, say I do choose to upgrade this, I'm going to skip all of the add-ons, and just so you know, the Cedar Fair add-ons, these are not going to carry over to the Six Flags parks, the Legacy Six Flags parks, and the same can be said about the Legacy Six Flags add-ons. If you get all-season dining and all-season flash pass at the Legacy Six Flags parks, you cannot use those at the Legacy Cedar Fair parks. If you get all-season dining, Fun Picks, or Fastlane at the Cedar Fair parks, again, they will not work at the Legacy Cedar Fair or Legacy Six Flags parks. So just keep that in mind. But this is what a, not fully loaded, but a Prestige Pass from Cedar Point with the All-Park Passport runs you $439. Now if I go back over to Great Adventure, we're going to see how much this costs. And here you go, $521. So you actually get a better deal by buying that pass from Cedar Point, which is $439. And again, this is without taxes and fees. When I go forward, we will find what those will cost. Here you go, $481 total compared to $521. So the subtotal without the taxes and fees from Six Flags, from Great Adventure at least, would basically be the same, but it is a little more expensive from Great Adventure, which I find pretty interesting. Now I'm assuming that this price discrepancy is because of the fact that there are more in terms of quantity Legacy Six Flags parks as opposed to Legacy Cedar Fair parks, so technically you are able to use the benefits you get from your Legacy Six Flags pass at more parks, which is why I assume they have it a little bit higher price for a park like Great Adventure than a park like Cedar Point. Now keep in mind the fact that from Great Adventure, you're not going to be able to use all of your benefits at the Cedar Fair parks. All you get at the Cedar Fair parks is admission and parking, and the same goes for when you buy from a Cedar Fair park. All you'll get at the Six Flags parks with this pass is admission and parking. That is it. Now, it's also not clear what benefits will carry over to the Six Flags parks. They say admission and parking, right? So the Prestige Pass for Cedar Point, you can see down here, does include preferred parking. Now, does that mean that you're going to get preferred parking at all the parks? That's not exactly clear. They recommend that you reach out to the individual parks to see which of those benefits will carry over. And I don't know if that carries over to this other Cedar Fair parks either. But at Great Adventure, you do not get preferred parking with the Prestige Pass. So again, a lot of stuff that we still don't have the answer to as of right now. But this is what the higher tier of passes looks like from the two, I guess you could say, top dogs of Cedar Fair versus Six Flags. I imagine Magic Mountain and Great America have similar prices to Great Adventure. I'm just using Great Adventure as an example. And Cedar Point, I would assume that Kings Island, Carowinds, Wonderland, all around a similar price as well. So now let's look at some of the smaller parks from each chain, starting with Dorney. Dorney, along with a lot of the other smaller Cedar Fair parks, do not offer Prestige Pass. They have the Silver Pass and the Gold Pass. So you can only have the All-Park Passport add-on applied to a Gold Pass. You can't get it on the Silver Pass. And honestly, you're just better off getting the Gold Pass anyway, because for just $10 more, you're getting access to Haunt, whereas with the Silver Pass, you don't get access to Haunt, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Now if we go through here and go through the same thing that we did for the other one, I'll show you guys how much it will cost with the All-Park Passport add-on. Now here for Dorney Park, the Gold Pass, it's only an $89 upcharge for the All-Park Passport. And the wording here, of course, is a little different. They don't have the same logo for some reason. Again, I'm sure this is all something that's going to be worked on, but if I go ahead and upgrade the pass, go through, I don't get any of these extras, continue, it will be a total of probably around 200 with the fees. Yeah, 204. So that is the Gold Pass from Dorney Park with the All-Park Passport. Now I'm going to jump over to Six Flags New England, which has a much cheaper price tag than the ones at Great Adventure, to show you guys how much it will cost here. And what's interesting, again, I don't know all the answers right now. This is why I was trying to hold off on making this video until we got some more clarity. The Prestige Pass from New England does give you preferred parking, whereas at Great Adventure, as we see here, you are not going to get preferred parking with the Prestige Pass. It just says general parking. Now, this could just be a typo. I'm assuming it is, but again, we don't know the answers for sure, so that makes me wonder if, say you do get it from New England, if that preferred parking will then work at Great Adventure. We're not too sure right now. I'm assuming there's supposed to be preferred parking, but I'm going to go through and buy a Gold Pass from Six Flags New England with the All-Park Passport to show you guys exactly what the price thing will look like. So again, the All-Park Passport costs more money at the Legacy Six Flags parks because the base ticket price is cheaper, so I guess they're figuring they can offset that by making the All-Park Passport more expensive. So if we add the upgrade there, and here we go. Gold Pass with the All-Park Passport is $189 at Six Flags New England. At Dorney Park, it's $204. So the prices really do vary a lot more than I would have expected. Of course, processing fees and taxes are different. I guess they don't tax this for Six Flags New England for whatever reason, but then Dorney, of course, they do. A lot of things just come down to states and stuff like that. But again, remember that your benefits from your Dorney Pass are not going to apply to the Legacy Six Flags parks in the same way that this would. But this won't have the same benefits apply to the Legacy Cedar Fair parks. I know this probably sounds very confusing. I'm trying to make it as simple as I can, but it is really difficult because these passes are very complex because you're mixing two completely different chains who just merged together, and they all offer the same exact pass, but with slight differences here and there that really make it kind of strange. Now, another thing that I know a lot of people are going to be wondering about is the Legacy memberships. They are staying, which is a really good thing. These are from Six Flags. So if I go over to Great Adventure right here, and you could do this for any of the Six Flags parks, the Legacy Six Flags parks, you would go under the Memberships tab and the All Park Passport add-on. It's underneath Gold and Prestige Membership. So you're going to put in your barcode from your pass, which I will do in a second, and then it will prompt you to buy the All Park Passport add-on. Now, it hasn't been made entirely clear yet, but as far as I know, Gold Plus, Platinum, Diamond, Diamond Elite, Diamond Elite VIP, those are the 5 sets of Legacy Six Flags membership. As far as I know, you do not need to purchase the All Park Passport add-on in order to continue to have access to Legacy Six Flags parks. As far as I know, this is just to gain access to the Legacy Cedar Fair parks. However, this has not been clarified for sure yet, so I will get into that a little bit more with what my plan is for passes, just to give you guys an idea. We currently have Diamond Elite VIP memberships for the Legacy Six Flags parks, and then for Cedar Fair, we used to have the Platinum Pass, but they kind of changed it around. So we do the Gold Pass from Dorney Park with the All Park Passport add-on, as well as dining and drinks on both passes. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like here to upgrade your Legacy membership. So here you go. It is a flat $99 upcharge, and you can see here Gold Plus, Platinum, Diamond, Diamond Elite, and Six Flags Plus. You can keep Six Flags Plus going, it looks like. This add-on grants you access to Legacy Cedar Fair parks starting on January 6th. And just keep in mind that if you do buy the All Park Passport, you cannot access the other chain's parks until January 6th of 2025. That is something very important to keep in mind. So you would just go through, add next, and of course make your purchase, and you will gain access to those parks. So that leads me to my kind of decision on how I'm going to be doing my passes for this year. So unless something changes, the way I plan to do it is I'm going to keep my Great Adventure, my Legacy Six Flags membership, the Diamond Elite VIP. I'm going to leave it alone and not touch it because you do get access to Fright Fest. Everything that you had with that still applies. And then what I'm going to do is go to one of the Legacy Cedar Fair parks, probably Dorney, and get the Gold Pass or Prestige Pass with the All Park Passport add-on, because in order to access the Legacy Cedar Fair parks, you do have to get the All Park Passport add-on no matter what, whether you're getting a Six Flags or Cedar Fair pass. So I'll get that with the dining and drinks, because your dining and drinks from one chain will not carry over to the other chain. So the only way to have dining and drinks at both chains is to have 2 separate passes. And the reason for this, as far as I know, is just because they haven't been able to integrate those 2 different systems together. They are very different, the way the drinks work and the way the dining works between the Six Flags, Legacy Six Flags, and Legacy Cedar Fair parks. They're completely different, so I understand why they need more time in order to combine the 2. So there's no paper cut plan coming to the Legacy Six Flags parks yet. That's just something we have to wait on. But I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much with this explanation of the 2025 season passes for the Six Flags parks, which of course includes Legacy Six Flags and Legacy Cedar Fair. I know there's a lot of complexities to this, and I hope I was able to help you guys as much as I can. And if you do still have questions, which I'm sure you do, please leave them down in the comments, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Like I said though, certain specific questions you may just have to ask the parks directly, and just keep in mind that corporate is still kind of sorting through all this, so they may not have the answers quite yet, which is understandable. The merger is still fairly fresh. It only happened a little over a month ago, and to see the passes already happening is pretty crazy. So again, keep all of that in mind when going into purchasing passes. But if you want to copy my strategy for getting both dining and drinks at both chains, if that's what you're interested in, and you have a Legacy membership, that is definitely a route that I would recommend taking, because you're not necessarily spending that much more money and you're getting your benefits, which I think is a good thing. But like I said, that's going to do for this video. Any questions, leave them down below. If you enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.